Good morning, everybody. My name is Littlest Harlow. It is barely 6 in the morning, and it is the day that I leave for LPS Con. Alright, so I just finished taking a shower. That's why my hair is a little disheveled. Please excuse that. I do have my airport outfit on though, so let me show you guys. This is the outfit we have going on for the airport. I'm wearing a UCLA t-shirt. I don't go to UCLA. I'm wearing a black mini skirt with shorts underneath so I can keep it comfortable on the airplane. I'm wearing these knee-high white socks and paired with moon boots because I'm planning to wear these at the convention but don't want to put them in a bag, so I incorporated them into an outfit that's comfortable for the airport. Alright guys, it is 2 p.m. It is time to leave the house. I gotta make a stop at the bank so I can deposit some money, but after that, it's time for the airport. Let's go. This journey began 6 months ago when LPS Con was first announced for this year. I originally didn't think I would be able to go, but decided if any time was the right time, it would be this summer since I just graduated high school, and it would be the perfect graduation trip. And so, impulsively, I asked Jude, also known as Painted Wings, if she would be down to go with me, and we began planning from there. My flight would have a layover where Jude is located, and from there, we would fly to Vegas together. We had met once before a couple years ago, but this was the first time we were actually able to hang out. It was incredible seeing her again. She really is one of my greatest friends, even if we are far apart. The journey to Vegas was smooth. I couldn't say the same about the trip back, but that's a story for another day. And here we are walking onto the plane to Vegas. Once we were nearing our destination, we could see all the pretty lights from the city. And it was once we got there that the lights were even prettier. We had finally arrived in Vegas, and that meant we were one step closer to getting to LPS Con. I will say though, the traveling parts of our trip were pretty chaotic because of everything in the world that was happening. Hurricane Beryl, and especially the power outages, delayed a lot of our flights. We were lucky to have been able to make it to Vegas relatively on time because I'm pretty sure some others weren't able to. It was around 11 p.m. when we arrived in Vegas, and almost midnight when we got to the hotel. For some reason, when we arrived, we had to wait over half an hour to get my bag from baggage claim. I wouldn't have even had to check my bag if the plane hadn't run out of overhead storage space. I digress. When we made it to the hotel, we got something to eat from a restaurant downstairs and got ready for bed pretty soon after. I think both Jude and I fell asleep pretty quickly due to being exhausted after a long day of travels. The hotel itself was pretty nice, but I definitely don't think it was worth the money that we paid for it. Something super weird was that there was no overhead lighting. We heard later that this is kind of a common thing for hotels, but still, we had to turn on all the lamps. Alright, we are finally all settled at the hotel. Jude is currently showering, so I'm taking the time to film this. Tomorrow is LPS Con, well, technically today because it's like 2 in the morning, but I digress. I'm so excited, and we'll see you then. It's time for LPS Con. Here's my outfit for LPS Con. I was the girl with the big moon boots if you saw me. Also, you can see Jude kicking her feet in this video, so I was laughing. Anyway, I felt super good this day. I thought I looked amazing and also got a bunch of compliments. Like, a bunch of people complimented my boots, my hair. Everyone was just so kind and made me feel so good. Here we are walking to meet our friend Voodoo Dreams LPS. Usually I'm not great at meeting new people, but Voodoo was so kind and so cool. They made me a lanyard, which I don't show in this video, but I will in my haul, and we just became closer friends after this con. As we first walked inside, they gave us a goodie bag for content creators, and here was the raffle table. They had so many amazing pets, including the new San Diego Comic-Con dragons and the San Diego Comic-Con cat, but I just couldn't justify spending money on something I wasn't guaranteed to win. But here's the inside of the convention. First walking in, it was so cool. I had never seen so many LPS in the same room before. There were so many vendors, and it was just an amazing first look. Because content creators were able to access the convention earlier, it wasn't as crowded right now, but the crowds get super big later on. I love her. There's so many that I've never seen. Right? Oh! 25, I can do 20. Because you're getting how much would that be altogether? Okay, so it'll be 3, 4, 5, 7. I think I'll go without that one, but I'll totally do it. Okay, because I just got a couple out of money. These were the two pets I ended up getting at this first booth. This next booth, Bozo's Creations, oh my god, literally I think my favorite booth for customs throughout the entire con. I was so struck by these beautiful customs, and I ended up getting one later. These next two LPS I got were for sale, but the seller was also doing trades. I tried to get footage of as many booths as I could, but I will say that I don't remember exactly whose booth is which one, so if you know or if it was your booth, please let me know so that I can remember exactly whose amazing booths I visited during the convention. The booth that we're looking at right now had so many unique things like keychains and pins and lanyards. I ended up getting a keychain which was only $5. I'll be using that so much, so it was such a steal. And about trading, I really didn't expect to trade too much because I didn't bring that many LPS, but I did trade a good amount of pets, and it was honestly so much fun. And the customs, oh my goodness, there were so many cool customs. I wish I had bought more, but I was really conservative about them because they were a little more expensive, rightfully so. I really only bought the ones, or the one, that really struck me and stuck with me. It was awesome seeing all the non-LPS pieces of merchandise. I am a big keychain lover, although I only got one keychain, but I digress. It was still so cool to see everything that was for sale. It's making me wish that I bought more of it, but I was super entranced by the actual LPS. These two booths right here were some of the coolest that were there, I think. Tail Napkin and Prescott. Prescott is the illustrator for the original LPS, or one of the illustrators, and I think it was just so cool that he was able to come, or LPSCon was able to have him. I didn't end up getting the book, mostly because I don't think I would be opening it and looking at it that much, but Jude did get it, and we looked through it together. It was so cute, so I'm glad that she got it and signed too. This table had two big boxes of LPS that were less than $5, I think, which was super cool. And I met a fellow Viet person running the booth, so that was awesome. I ended up getting this little guy. Something about these dachshunds are so cute and so charming. I actually love them so much. I wish I'd bought a couple more. People were also selling a good amount of accessories at the con too. I wanted to get some clothes for my LPS, but all of the official clothing for LPS were so expensive and I couldn't justify it. Here's a little shot of everything that I had gotten up until this point. There's so much more that I get later on, but you'll see that in the whole video. I didn't film too many of the panels, mostly because I didn't want to be shoving my camera in the LPSTubers' faces, but just know they were really fun and informative, especially LPS Emily's. That one felt pretty intimate and connecting. And here's a shot of the meet and greet. Again, I didn't want to be filming too much in there. By 4 o'clock, we were already pretty tired and hungry, but the lines for the food trucks were super long throughout the entire day. There was maybe one window that the lines were not long, and that's when we went to get the specialty drinks as well as some sandwiches. Last booth that we went to was Tara's. This one was by far the most popular one. There was always a line throughout the entirety of the convention, but we went when the line was a little shorter, so we were able to get to the actual pets pretty quickly and found a lot of stuff because I tell you, there were so many options here, from LPS to accessories, that we couldn't help but spend a lot of money. Thank goodness there were little baskets to put all of our stuff in. By this time, it was a little after 7 o'clock and people were starting to clean up their booths. After taking a couple of last photos, Voodoo and her mom walked me and Jude back to the hotel and said our final goodbyes. So, LPS Con. I think it would be unfair to make a video about LPS Con without addressing the controversies of it all. There was a major issue with the heat and air conditioning. There was overcrowding, and I know that the loud microphone was overstimulating for a lot of people. The content creator tickets didn't have many perks other than being able to show up to the con early. Let's also not forget to mention that someone was fainting in the line for food. There were only 2 vendors, one that served Japanese rice bowls or something along the sort, and a coffee place. Both of these places I don't think sold water, at least not at the coffee shop. Overall, there was a lack of options, and not to mention standing in line in the heat with no tents. There's a lot that could be improved on with this LPS Con, and it's important for the runners of LPS Con to hear our experiences and make light of them so that they can improve on further conventions in the future. For my personal experience, I was able to meet so many incredible people and overall have just never been in a room with so many like-minded individuals. But that's not to say that there weren't issues with the convention. Other people had more issues than I did, and I honestly didn't really know about a lot of them until after, when people were making light of them. It's important to hear their voices. But as for my experience, I did have fun. I'm sorry for the kind of downer mood of the outro, but I think it was important to include all of these topics as it is a big part of the conversation in the LPS community right now. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed my LPS Con vlog. And specific thank yous to Voodoo Dreams, LPS, Painted Wings, and Littlest Harlow for being my ride or dies at LPS Con. Y'all were some of the most incredible people I've ever met, and I can't wait to see you all again. And until next time, I'll see you in the LPS Con haul video. Goodbye!